So welcome everybody, welcome. I think we have a few people here already. So I've seen Lewis, Tara, Elizabeth, Christine, Lynn. So welcome to you all. I'm just going to let the harp play for a little bit and then we'll start. So with you shortly. Okay, welcome everybody, welcome. So yeah, tonight is the final part of the letter from God, where I'll unpack the final sections of that. And we'll do that as we've done on the previous ones, getting into the meditation straight away. And as I go through that, we will unpack the various sections of that and offer some further insight. For those of you who have not been on the stream before, this process of the letter from God started in live stream 6 and has continued through to this one, stream 10. And in the subsequent sections I've been looking at different aspects of the letter. So this is the final part of that tonight. So if you haven't seen any others, what we'll be doing tonight is standalone, but you're welcome to watch the others starting at live stream 6. Okay, so without any further ado, we'll just get started. So if you want to get yourselves comfortable, just making sure everybody is okay and everybody can hear me all right. Lynn in particular in Los Angeles, hopefully. I know you've had some sound problems in the past. So if you want to get yourselves comfortable, whether you're sitting down, lying down, whatever is going to work for you, and just gently now closing your eyes, bringing your attention to your body, just noticing the body, and being open from your heart to the experience of spheres of light. I'm just wondering whether there's a slight technical hitch here. I'm not getting any feedback from the computer, so I'm hoping you can hear me. If you can hear, please can you let me know. Just going to check it another way. Okay, good. Thank you for that confirmation, everybody. So we'll carry on. Yeah, so just bringing your attention to your body. Being open from your heart to the experience of spheres of light. Which is the same as the pure, universal I am. Just focusing your attention now on that I amness, that aliveness, that beingness. Just resting all of your attention there. And as your attention rests on this, know that it does so because it is seen from the deeper essence that is infinite silence. So simply allow your attention now to dissolve into and as this silence. All of your attention now dropping deeper and deeper into and as the silence, resting in this silent space. Good. And now we'll move on to the next parts of the letter. How are we doing? It's excellent that you have taken so much time to listen today. Listen not only by reading this, but by opening to it with your heart. The words on this page are only a tiny fraction of the communication going on here. They are a vehicle which carry the vibration of the silence with them. So many spend time praying for this, that, and the other, when the most effective place to be is still and silent. That way you can actually hear me. When it was said, "Be still and know that I am God," that was great advice. From guess who? Yes, yours truly. In the stillness you will find me, always, always. For I am the knowing, the eternal. So this particular piece is pointing us towards listening. So much of our attention being placed in the headspace, we're listening in the wrong place to the noise, the traffic that's going on there, the external or the apparent external environment. And the invitation here is about listening to the silence within. And it is when the attention is rested in the heart space that we can start to hear and start to actually communicate, be in common union with the essence of who we are. Be still and know that I am God means exactly that. For in the stillness, in the silence, is your truth. This you already know at some level of your awareness. In the silence, you will realize your truth. In truth, you will realize you are silence, the absolute, the self. Moving on further with the letter. This leads us to look at a myth, that there is something that you have to do or be to be with me. Let me be direct on this. This myth is absolute nonsense. It's important to be crystal clear on this. There is nothing you have to do. Not only that, nothing matters. You see, the infinite cannot be anything other than infinite. It's kind of cool that way. It can play a game of hide and seek, pretending not to be itself like you do when you think you are your body and its story, hiding from your truth. Then, having done this for long enough, you forgot your truth, and so go in search of it, seeking. Call off the search. Be still and know that I am God. We are not separate but one. Place your attention in the silence. Let all phenomena be observed as just that, effects in consciousness. Just effects, like effects in a movie. Not the movie itself, not life itself, but an effect. Life is not the effect. Life is life. The effects die away. Only life is left. So we can also say life is death. death of the phenomena, ego, or even transformation of the phenomena back into life. Back to where we started then. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Rather, it can only be transformed. The great transformation back into its very source, you. So one of the big myths, whether it comes from religious teachings or confusion in spiritual messages over the millennia, is that realization of the self requires some effort or some striving towards, is to be sought or becoming a spiritual seeker, and that there's something, and that the realization of this is some kind of achievement. This is nonsense. You are already that which you truly seek. And in fact, you cannot not be that. Let me say that again. You cannot not be that. But you can think and then believe that thought, that you are not that, and thus create the experience of not being the realized self. This single belief, the belief in something that you are not, is the fundamental block to self-realization. If this belief were to drop totally, utterly, completely, here, now, the self would be realized. All other beliefs are subsets of this one false belief. So what are we doing here in this form? We're playing a game of hide and seek. You know, when Shakespeare said all the world's a stage, he was right. We're like actors on the stage. We're taking these roles and then believing we are the role when we're not. Hiding from our truth. Call off the search. Instead, be open totally to the possibility that who you really are is here now. Surrendering to that. Hence the invitation, be still and know that I am God. No effort required. No striving. No goal to reach. No phenomena to go in search of. Just simply the total acceptance of it here now. And the phenomena may still appear and present themselves, but now they're just being watched in the space of the silence, or the silent witness, as I call it. And they can play out in front of you the play of consciousness, but the knowing that you are the silence, the absolute essence, is there. And when your trust is placed in this place, it becomes the knowing, the source of the wisdom, the oneness, and the unity. That is the transformation, or the apparent transformation to be more accurate, back to this self that you already are. The only perceived difference between a realization in a being, and one that appears not to have, is the apparent belief in that they are not that. This belief dropped. The illusion drops. So simple. So powerful. Moving on with the letter. This whole letter today is an invitation home to meet me. When you accept the invitation unreservedly, we will meet and you will finally see I am you. We are one. Be still and know that I am God. Now is the ideal time to connect with me. The unreserved acceptance, the surrendering to that which is here now. If there's one inevitability in the entire universe, it's this, that you are this absolute essence, and that you cannot not be that, always have been that. If you're wondering why you are here, not only here now for this live stream, but here in this body, in this life, it's for the invitation to realize that experientially in this form that you have. And this form has its own unique expression of that absolute, that silence, that infinite essence. Like the facet of a diamond, and yet you are still the whole diamond. This apparent contrast creates the opportunity to experience, but you're still the whole of it. So it's often talked about surrendering, and the surrendering really is about surrendering to that which is, not going with the illusion, the thought-based reality of the ego mind, but accepting, embracing the inner essence, or the inner sense, or the innocence, the return to innocence, like the song is the return to yourself with a big S, the return to truth. It's so simple, and that's why I call it life's simplest and greatest gift. For you're already it, and it is infinite, simple and great. What could be simpler? What could be greater than this? Nothing. And here you are. This. Here. Now. So just embrace that for a moment or two. I'll just put the harp music on for a little while, just to let all that marinade in the silence, so to speak, and I'll be back with you on the video shortly. Good. Good. So if you haven't already done so, you can bring yourself back now, but keeping your attention rested in and as the silence. For it is in this way, with this awareness placed in the source, that one lives life in the form, yet the knowingness of the self is ever present, and all the phenomena may occur, but you know that you are not that. So if anybody wants to ask any questions or share anything, now would be a good time to do so. So let's just see if there's anything anybody wants to particularly ask or share about that. So Tara's just shared the simplicity of it is so beautiful and quite moving. Absolutely. I couldn't have put it better myself, Tara. It is so simple. You know, I wrote down a little piece a while back. It said, truth is simple. Ego is complicated. This is a good barometer. When it comes to spiritual truth, if it's simple, you can use that as a barometer that it's coming from that inner space, the higher space, the silence. If something is appearing complicated in life, this is an indicator that it's coming from the headspace, from ego. Truth is simple. Truth is also self-evident. Truth is self-evident. It speaks for itself. It needs no defense. It's like a lion, but also great gentleness in its power as well. It's always there, emerging, if only we will let it. And there isn't a how in that, it's more a dropping. Remember in the letter it talked about listening, be still. Switch from transmit to receive. Switch from transmit to receive. And in the receiving, then one is giving automatically and the cycle is complete. I've just seen a comment from Lee pop up. I'll just have a quick look at that. Thanks, I have let go today of so much ego stuff that's been coming through lately, and it feels I'm more in my truth now, not striving. Wonderful, Lee. That's fantastic. Ego is the great striver, the great achiever, striving for success, when you are already the success. the greatest success story in the universe. And the stuff that comes up in the apparent flowering of our truth, this is all not a challenge for you, although it may be experienced as that, and it can feel like that for sure from the space of mind at times. And this is where the trust is key. To trust that the stuff coming up is actually an invitation to release it. Not to challenge you, not to test you, but an invitation to release. It's about seeing, not looking. Finding, not searching. Realizing, not seeking. Knowing it is here. So you're welcome, Lee. Thank you for sharing that. Is there anything else anybody else wants to ask or share? The simplicity of it actually can be, from the space of mind, perceived as a challenge. You know, that mind might be going, it can't be that simple. But it's like, I believe, I understand Ramana Maharshi has said, you know, doubt the doubter. You are this already. If doubts come up about it, this isn't coming from the heart space, it's coming from ego. So doubt the doubter. You cannot not be this. Beautiful. Just whilst I'm seeing if anybody else wants to ask anything or share anything, I was feeling quite strongly now, well, pretty much almost since the last stream, that the next one, stream 11, which will be 2 weeks today, the 28th of September at 2000 UK time, it might well be worth me dedicating the whole of that stream to the process the apparent process of transmuting fear into love. Transmuting fear into love. There's a post about it on my website, but it's one of the most common things that comes up, this kind of how do I release this, how do I address this, how does this happen, how can I be in this state of peace that I am experiencing in the workshops or on the streams. So I'm going to dedicate that stream to that. I'll talk about it, but also if those of you who can join us, if there's any questions you have around that kind of like this how-to stuff, transmute this apparent challenges that come up, these emotional baggage that may appear, then bring those along to the next stream. I'll set off the stream, I'm thinking, by just talking you through the process, and we may even do a live witnessing that you can do for yourself as I guide you through it in the meditation. May make the whole stream that way. But if there's anything you want to bring to that one, just have a reflect upon that. Comments come up here. Yeah, so Lee's saying also, I watched the Dare Not to Trust video game today, which really helped. Yeah, what Lee's referring to there is a video, a short video, I think it's about 5 or 6 minutes long, something like that. It's called Trusting and Daring Not To. And the essence of that video is about where we've been placing our trust, which from the conditioning that we've all experienced has been placing our trust in fundamentally the wrong place, which is in the ego mind. And this is what is the cause of suffering. And that is a monumental dare. If we talk about in life daring to trust our hearts, when the dare all along has been to trust the head, the ego. Trusting is the greatest intelligence. And what is it that you are trusting in but the essence, the very source, the self? So that's the video that Lee's referring to. For the recording, I'll put that on a link. In the top right hand corner when you're watching the playback, there's a little I or information button, and if you hover your mouse over that, you get some video suggestions which you can link to, and I'll put that one as one of the cards. It's called a card on YouTube. I'll have to do that after the stream's recorded, so it'll be an hour or so after it's ended at least before I've been able to put that card on, but look out for that one. What's Lynn saying? Lynn saying, it sounds funny, but it feels like silent witness looking out from Lynn's eyeballs. The attachments are gone. That sounds great to me, actually, Lynn. Yeah, that's exactly what it can feel like. It's a little bit like one can see that there is a body here and that there is a seeing and a hearing in the physical sense taking place, but all of that is being watched or observed. So all of these processes are being seen, if you like, witnessed from the deeper essence. And it sounds to me, Lynn, like that's exactly what you're noticing now. And if you remember your experience with me in the open gaze on Crete, I felt that you touched that, started to touch that then, and now you're starting to see that experientially. So I really love that comment. Just know, Lynn, just allow yourself to rest in and as that space. The body of Lynn is still here, but you're not that. You are the one from which all of it is being birthed and witnessed. This one, this one. Just looking at Christine's comment, thank you for mentioning Ramana, much love for him. Yeah, Ramana Maharshi was the reference I made briefly there. A sage, an Indian sage, who's left his body now, but is quite often referred to one of the great Indian sages who had realization at a very young age in his body, and indeed has created a line, a lineage there that many people now benefit hugely from. So Ramana Maharshi, yeah, beautiful. Elizabeth saying thanks. Thank you, Elizabeth. Indeed, thank you to you all for committing this time on a Friday evening to yourself. It may look like there's this guy called Philip talking here, and you know, that's okay. But really, as I was saying in the letter, there's a deeper communication going on here. It's like this consciousness speaking with consciousness about consciousness, exploring and experiencing itself. And when that's done from the space of the knowing, the truth of you, then it becomes a beautiful gift. You are the gift of life. You are life. Life living itself. So just see if there's anything else anybody wants to say. I'll put some harp music on for a moment or two whilst you reflect upon that, and I'll come back in a minute. Good, good. So you're very welcome, Lee, and also Lynn. It's a joy for me to be able to share, and this is one of the wonders of technology that we have available to us now. We can connect from all over the world so easily and so simply, and the bigger connection knows no distance, knows no bounds. So whilst Lynn might be in Los Angeles, really she's right here. We're all right here, right now. Haven't gone anywhere, haven't been anywhere. It's all here. And it's all here now. And we are the blessing. The gloriousness. It's within us, it is us. And Tara's saying, thank you, beautiful calm is here. And yes, we are the calm. We are its very source. So I'm just feeling like I would like to just be in silence myself with you for a few minutes. So I'll leave the camera on and just literally be with you in silence, as silence. I see you, and I am you. So just thank you to Lewis for your comment as well. Just spotted that one. Lewis missed it out of sequence slightly, but that's okay, just spotted it. Yeah, look forward to that one too, on the transmuting fear into love. Thank you to Lois as well. The beauty we're creating, experiencing together. Beautiful. Beautiful. Know now this peace, this calm, this beauty, this essence, this silence. It's always here, now, never not here. This one you can trust. This one you can trust. You know, I think it says on the American currencies, it's at the dollar note, stuff like that, in God we trust. In silence, in infinite silence, in truth, we trust. And the trust becomes the knowing. It's this simple. This simple. It's here now. Namaste. 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 The silence is with you. It is you. We are one. Silence shared in presence. And we are that presence. Okay, good. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Time to draw the stream to a close. Thank you so much for being here, being present. Thank you for the clarification earlier that you could hear me. For some reason the computer wasn't responding, but fortunately the wonders of smartphone showed me your comments. So there you go, a bit of technology to solve that one. Wonderful. Have a great weekend. I'll see you live on here in a couple of weeks. The actual recording of this should go live on YouTube within an hour. Feel free to share it. If you click like, that's good apparently, according to Lewis. It helps more views, more people see it. And you can also share as well, I believe. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste. Bit of heart music to finish.